Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks with the Captain. Today I got a few replays here, just kind of random team battle stuff. Thought I'd mix it up a little bit. I was playing with some guys from Bosnia, so I'm going to table this one like the Bosnian Blitzkrieg. Unfortunately for us, one of our guys didn't actually load in, so we were down a 5100 the entire match, which is this guy right here, the drugster. So it was up to us to beat the tar out of these guys with the tanks that we had. And normally I don't drive my Tiger II in team battles because it's a little bit susceptible to being engine damaged because of the transmission being right there. But today I thought it's Tiger II time. It's because I'm pretty close to unlocking the E75, and I want that tank, but I still only have 1.5 million credits. I think I need about 2 million more. Another problem for me is I play team battles so much more than normal random games now that I don't get to do any of the damage missions or any of those other missions that earn you like 50, 100,000, 250,000. Those seem to be missions made for like the tank destroyer people that seem to rule this game at the moment. And not for me. Not for the team battler and me. So we've got a Type 59 versus a Type 59, and there's also a 1390 over there. And this is my first game I played with these dudes. So I was like, are they going to go help them? What are they going to do? Because we had both our T1s going around the other way. And our Type 59 looked like he was doing kind of okay over there, but if those other two tanks rushed him, he'd be dead. So I see him getting hit here, and I really don't want to go a tank down and have these guys shooting at me on my flank. So I decided to head over here because it didn't look like the IS-6 and IS-3 were going to come and stop me. So I'm coming around the corner here. Oh, and he didn't expect to see me here. So he shot me once, but I tracked him. You have to excuse my throat. I've been sick for the last couple days, which is why I wasn't doing videos, but I was hoping today I was feeling a little bit better, and I do. So, taking us for that. So, alright, Type 59 dead. AMX 1390 dead. And unfortunately, our Type 59 got ambushed by the IS-6 here. So I blast him once, angle my armor a bit. I'm going to try and get him tighter on here. Plug him again. And yeah, he shot me in the lower plate, looks like there. Or maybe it was in the side. So I'm going to come around. Damn it. Shot me in the lower plate again. And that one just went ping off the front of my tank, which was nice. And he shouldn't have turned his turret like that, so now I'm going to blast him. So eat shell, bastard. Now I've got a side shot in IS-3. And I'm going to take that. So that's 3 kills. The nicest thing about the Tiger II is that the gun packs such a great punch that you can really just kind of smack damage down on people, and there's really not much they can do in team battles. And that's the nice thing about the Tiger II. The worst thing about the Tiger II is this, because the way the Wargaming has set up the Tiger that you can get engine fired from shooting at a transmission, when I'm not aware that any other frontally mounted transmission tank has this problem other than the German tanks. So that's just a piece of garbage that they decided to give us. But all in all, not a bad game. Let's jump on to the next one. Ooh, welcome back. Alright, so for this one I switched over to my 110 because this is one of my favorite team battling tanks. I really like it a lot because it shoots fast and it's got good armor. It's got better accuracy than an IS-3, and it shoots faster. It just does a little bit less damage. So the heavies here have headed into the city. We've got the AMX covering our right flank, and our Type 59's watching the tracks. Now frontally, the main difference between the IS-3 is that the pike nose on the 110 is a lot sharper, although the lower plate is a little bit bigger. But you'll bounce more shots than an IS-3 will. And you don't get ammo racked anywhere near as much in a 110. So the IS-3 is pushed up into here. I got side shots on this T-34. These guys are from 102nd Division team, whatever they happen to be. So that T-34 is almost dead. I'm going to poke out. And he gets secured, so I'm going to shoot at the 110 instead. And I was almost going to shoot at him, but my teammate drove right in front of me. I still don't really have a great shot. So I take that one, and that one managed to squeak in, but there's too much of a logjam of tanks right here, so I'm going to try and get it turned around. And it stopped. Right. So leave that 110. Come around on this Tiger here. And I think I bounced a shot there. Another hit there, but managed to secure the Tiger. And now there's a 110 and a 5100 and ISU 152 back there. We've lost our Type 59. So I can see him all the way through here. So I nail him for a good 340 damage. And he's still not moving fast enough. It was a bad choice for him to do that. So I managed to kill him. I'm up to 2 kills. And there's a small gap between this tank and the wall. So I'm going to sneak through here. I'm going to try and get over here fast enough to save our last guy from dying. So turn the corner, and I got a shot through the wall. But I was a little bit too slow, and he died. But it was a great, okay game for me, because I managed to get 3 kills, and I think I did around like 2,000 damage. I did a lot of damage. In the last Tiger game, I did end up doing 2,400 damage, which is pretty respectable for a team battle game. All right, next. Yeah, on this day, we ended up playing quite a few games together with these ballistic Bosnians. We had a pretty good streak, too. Some nice games where we won a bunch in a row. We all got kind of tired near the end, and we lost a couple, I think. But for the most part, I think we won a lot. One interesting thing is I did some research on the 1390 the other day, and it turns out that that tank, it had the 6-round clip, but as far as reloading it, there was no automated system for reloading it inside the tank. The crew members actually had to stop the tank, get out of the tank, load the next clip inside of it, and then get back in again. So it's a bit of a joke the way that Wargaming's implemented the 1390, and pretty much every one of the, from what I can tell, one of the French auto-loading tanks in the game. I didn't know that it was actually that retarded, but it turns out that it is. I think it's pretty funny that they've implemented the autoloader tanks in such a way that, not that I expect tanks to stop and have to have their crew members pop out and stuff, but the fact that you can pop up and do 1,400 damage in a 1390 when in my 3-2, it's a lot harder to do that kind of damage in that short of time. It's basically impossible. It's kind of weird that they'd implement it that way, and they wouldn't have some sort of other mechanism to... Not that I want reliability of such mechanism and stuff, but I think auto-loading tanks should have a possibility percentage to jam. But that's just me, and Wargaming will never do that, so... Never happen. Never, ever, ever, ever. Because then how would you do 7,000 damage in your T-57 over and over and over again? Seriously. So I sat here for quite a long time. Forces are pretty spread out, which is not very good most of the time. Since we know there's nothing down there, we shouldn't really have our guys in the hills still here. I've been spotted by the T1, so I'm just going to get back down into cover here. And their T1 looks like he spotted our T1, and their IS-3 blew him up. So I decided to go up here, use this rock to block my front, and see if I could spot any of their tanks over here. And I got a nice shot through the top of the IS-3 in the turret, which is a weak spot on that tank. Another really decent shot there on the IS-6 in the side of his turret. Didn't have a very great shot, but the shot went exactly where I wanted it to go. That one, however, did not. That one went straight into the dirt. So we've managed to get our Type 59 over back and behind them. Our 5100's moved up back in the middle to support us through here. And we've only got a lone T-34 there because our IS-3's just decided... Well, he just bit it because he had most of the tanks shooting at him, and I guess he got spotted. So I can see on my right that our 5100's moving up. So I wanted to just get up into this flat ground here and then start coming across as they were coming across. So I had a good shot at him, so I took it. So I put another one to the IS-6. I got great shots on this Tiger too. A shot like that is something that can ammo rack a Tiger pretty easily. And he's dead. So I've got an IS-3 peeling off to the right, and there's my IS-6 friend who I've shot quite a few times already. Now goes through, finishes him off. And notice that I haven't shot actually a round of premium yet. This is all using stock ammo. This gun is awesome. It pens pretty reliably most of the time on just about everything I shoot at. Assuming I don't shoot like a donkey idiot. That one I was hoping that would go in because I didn't think his turret was going to get turned quite enough, but it ended up hitting the rounded part of his turret there. So, didn't go in, but all in all. So put one on the side of the turret on the T-34 there. And ouch. So I got hit in the front there, and that managed to damage my engine. It must have gone all the way through the tank and in through the back. Without hurting anything with my fuel tanks, evidently. So, not a bad game. We ended up winning that one pretty handily again. We only lost one IS-3, and everyone else was around 50% health. I was about half health as well. And we also had a T1 on cap that was giving us cap pressure as well. So yes, yep, team battles is kind of the way to go for me when randoms are driving me nuts and I can't stand playing them anymore. I usually end up having to play on the East Coast server because there doesn't seem to be enough players on the West Coast server to really form up teams most of the time, which is really kind of annoying. I wish they would have some way of merging the two servers together for team battles or something, because it'd be nice if it was more centralized, or they put the servers for team battles in the middle of the country, because it's like, it's a little bit odd, and my ping goes up to like 130 instead of it being like 40 if it was a West Coast game. So that kind of stuff's annoying, but team battle is definitely a way to go. You get a lot of money for doing team battles, and the battles are shorter. You can do more in a shorter span of time, and the communication's better, the teamwork's better. You don't always make friends and stuff, but you get to kind of form a camaraderie with the people you're playing with if they're not complete dope heads. So that sort of stuff's really nice, and you get to choose your tanks. You don't get to match them up to the level you're playing like you do in league play, but hopefully that'll come at some point. And it's just fun just trying to mix and match tanks to try and make up a decent team, and then see how they go up against another team, and if you can win or you don't win. But I've actually been playing so many more of these games than regular games lately. Like, I'm over like 630 or something now, and it's a lot of fun. And it's nice with the tier 8 tanks, because once you get to tier 8, you kind of get to the point where it's like you get tired of being in a tier 10 game every freaking game, which is what happens when I use my Centurion or my Pershing, and I just don't really find it very fun. So what I've found that I've done is I've just kind of leveled my tanks up to level 8, well, tier 8, and then I'll just take them into team battles and I'll level them up, and unlock the tier 9 tanks from there. And then that's kind of how I've done it for a bunch of my tanks, and now I've got about 5 or 6 tier 9s unlocked. But again, I'm too poor to buy them because I keep buying more normal tanks and not tier 9 and 10 tanks. But that's just how I play, and that's just how I've chosen to play the game. So alright, thanks for watching Team Battles. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.